Happy Monday. Welcome to the NBA Prop Show presented by LineStar. We've got your top 3 NBA player prop bets for today that are available, as always, on some of our partner sites like Underdog, Sleeper, Chalkboard, Parlay Play, and VividPicks. Alongside my co-host, Tyler Wiemann, I'm Shannon Sommerville. We've got some great picks for you today. A nice mondo slate of games in NBA action for today. A great reprieve to all my Commanders and Bills fans out there who might be having a tough time today. Why not just dive into NBA and ignore what happened yesterday? Tyler, any initial thoughts on yesterday's NFL games before we dive into this NBA slate? It was a
All I got
wild
to say
finish
is
there.
KC cannot keep getting away with this. Just over and over and over again. They get away with highway robbery.
I mean, at this point, I'm going to just make my pitch right here on the show today to let's just have utilized GPS trackers on the ball so we know exactly where it is. This won't be an issue. Just call up and say, hey, where should it be spotted? I mean, at this point, with all the technology we have, we can't accurately pinpoint where a first down marker should be. Like, this is insane to me. It shouldn't even be an issue. So let's solve this. Let's go NFL. Let's get it together there. And I know that the conspiracies are alive and well for Chiefs fans, though. Heading into the Super Bowl, it shall be interesting. But of course, they couldn't deny Taylor Swift a trip back to the Super Bowl, Tyler. It's all about the money, right?
Yeah, I mean.
We'll see.
Hey,
anyways, all right.
For
all you guys that are
at least
fatigued.
America's rooting for Philadelphia. Whoever thought that would happen?
Right? Here we go. But here we are. We're rooting for the Eagles, probably. Well, let us know who you're rooting for in the Super Bowl. But if you are tired of NFL action, we've got you covered here today with some nice NBA player prop picks, as always, using the Props AI tool on the LineStar app to help us find the best value. And if you haven't checked out our partner VividPicks, that's the one we're going to be using today on the show. And you can sign up right now, get a $250 deposit match and up to a $25 secured play using promo code LineStar. The key is to use that promo code LineStar, though. And then for our contest, what we've been doing is we're going to give you one pick to pair with your promo pick that you will get when you first sign up for VividPicks. And if that entry does not cash for some reason, we get them wrong from time to time, but hopefully not today, we will give one randomly selected commenter $20. So to enter into that contest, do us a huge favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment below, you're in it to win it. Now, on Friday, we did get our top pick correct. We were 1 and 2 on our picks, but the one that we gave out for that VividPicks was correct. We took Gershon Yabusele over 10.5 points. He finished with 12. So no winner to announce today. But let's get into today's action. A great slate of games. There was almost so much on the injury report to get to, too. So a lot to take into account when we're handicapping all of these picks. But let's start things off with the Brooklyn Nets and D'Angelo Russell, who's a player that we've been going to with some frequency here over the last couple of weeks. We're going over 16.5 points. The LineStar projection is all the way at 21.6, and Russell's averaging about 15.5 in the month of January, but has gone over this 3 of the last 5. Now, big factor here, of course, is the Nets are without Ben Simmons, Cam Johnson, and Cam Thomas. It's a very small sample size in our usage tool, but his usage does go up 13% without those guys. Again, small sample size. He hasn't been with the Nets for that long, but I thought it was worth pointing out. Going up against Sacramento, a team allowing 19.1 points to point guards. That's 6, but when you break it down on the team defense tool in the LineStar app, they're actually kind of neutral in that field goal made category to opposing point guards over the last 20 games. Tyler, I think given that neutral factor, plus the fact that we're going to see a little bit more volume with Russell here, I'm liking the over on his points total, even though it's a little bit higher than his average over the last month. What's your assessment?
It is a little higher than his average over the last month, but I think his minutes are back up, and that's the big thing here. I know last game, he came out and only played 26 minutes, but that was in a situation where he sat the last 7 minutes, 42 seconds of the game. The game before that, he played 31.5. So I think his minutes are back up, and he's going to play that big allotment of minutes as long as they can stay in the game. We got to say that it is the Brooklyn Nets.
Yes.
After all, but I think
enough.
he is in a good spot to tackle that and get back there. The other thing here is he's at 30.7 points per 100. With the Nets so far this season, but without Cam Thomas and Cam Johnson, that goes up to 36.8 points
Wow.
per 100. So big jump without those guys, and it is kind of his show to run with.
All right, so given that, let's pair that with our Vivid Picks promo, and that is your entry today. If we get that wrong, we'll give out $20 to a randomly selected commenter tomorrow. All right, for our next picks, we're going to the Dallas Mavericks and their big man, Daniel Gafford, over 28.5 points, rebounds, assists. A little revenge spot, maybe? Daniel Gafford going up against his old squad in Washington, but LineStar and the consensus are with the over here on Gafford's PRA line, averaging just 21.8 points, rebounds, assists in the month of January. But again, another situation where we've got a lot of injuries to take note of. For Dallas, they're without Luka Doncic, Derek Lively, Najee Marshall, Dwight Powell. Washington on the other side is without Marvin Bagley, Sadiq Bey. Also, Washington in general is a team we love to pick on in the props department because they're allowing 38.9 points, rebounds, assists to center. That's 22nd. Also, both teams are top 12 in pace, so it'll be pretty fast. And again, the revenge spot here. Got to go show out for your former team. What do you think?
Well, I think the big news here is that there's no Derek Lively and no Dwight Powell. What that pretty much means is there's nobody behind Gafford to back him up. And what we've seen over the last 6 games when he's had this situation is he's played big time minutes, except for games where he gets in foul trouble. So that is the one area of risk in this bet is he could get in foul trouble and then not play his big minutes. But when he's playing his big minutes, he's been producing big time, and over the last 5 games, he's averaging 29.6, and that is with a game where, he struggled to get those minutes due to foul trouble. Now, Washington is a team where I do not expect him to have those foul worries. They just simply don't have the guys to get him in that situation. So I like the spot for Gafford to go over.
All right, and lastly, let's go to the Minnesota Timberwolves and their small forward, Jaden McDaniels, over 6 rebounds. LineStar and the consensus are with us to the over, and McDaniels is actually averaging 6.5 rebounds per game in the month of January and has gone over that 6 rebounds line for the last 5, and going up against an Atlanta team that's 30th in rebounds to starting forwards over the last 20, according to our team defense tool on the LineStar app. McDaniels, quite simply, is in a really good spot. What's your assessment of this rebounds line?
Obviously, anytime you're playing Atlanta, it's a good spot. So
Yeah.
we gotta like that. But I think there's more going on with Daniels right now. Over the last week or so, he's averaging 27 or 37.1 minutes per game. Whereas over the last 20 games, that's 31.7. So he's been playing significantly more minutes. And with that, just more production, averaging 8.2 rebounds per game over the last 5 versus 6.4 rebounds per game over the last 20. Now, if you look at the top or the last 20 data, he's averaging 6.4, and it's in a good matchup. So that alone makes it look like an interesting bet. Then you add in that he's playing the extra minutes, had more success lately, and I like the spot to take the chance on Jaden McDaniels.
All right, so for me, I'm putting all 3 of those entry on VividPicks, but for you guys in our contest for today, again, we're just going with D'Angelo Russell as that entry that you can pair with that promo pick that you'll get when you first sign up for VividPicks. So best of luck to you guys. If you've got any locks for us, as always, drop them in the comments. We're all trying to help each other out and beat the books to win some money on this Monday. If you had a bad weekend in NFL, not to worry. We're back at it with our NBA picks, and hopefully we can cash in on some of these, situations where there's some injuries, some great matchups. So hopefully you can do just that. Again, if you want to check out that Props AI tool on the LineStar app, do so at linestarapp.com. Check it out for yourself. And if you sign up for some of our partners, you can also get a free month using the LineStar app. So that's a great way to check out our app for free, take it for a test spin, and see how you guys like it. All right, everybody, have a great Monday. Let's start the week off on a winning note. Good luck, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.